Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Scrap Mechanics. And on this episode, I am joined by a very good friend of mine, Cypher Deck.
Heyo.
Sorry guys, my brain's not working as well as it should, probably because for the last, 2, 3 hours, we have been messing around with creating this roller coaster. We've had a few setbacks. Oh no, no, what are you
Oh
doing?
no.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my
It's
god.
all right. It's all right.
What?
It can be fixed.
Oh my
We have
god.
proven it before.
We've had a few setbacks, guys. We've had a few setbacks, but we finally fixed it. Apparently not. Apparently not. Okay, what if I raise it up right over here? You think pushing up a little bit right here? There we
Oh,
go.
oh, yeah.
Maybe
It's
bring
back
it. No,
on.
no, no, no. Bring it up a little bit more.
It's
There we go.
almost. It's almost.
What if you
And
put yours underneath this little corner piece and raise it up a little bit?
yeah. Let's see.
It's so close. It's so close. Actually, I think it's fine the way it is right now. Yeah, there you go. No, 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 no. Too much, too much, too much, too much.
I didn't I didn't even push up very much in just one.
Okay, let me put mine there.
Yeah.
There we go. Bring yours up a little.
I don't trust mine.
How about a hammer? Hit it on your side with the hammer.
All right.
When in doubt, guys. When in doubt, hit something really hard. There we go. Right there. That's perfect. No, no, stop, 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 stop. That's perfect. It is absolutely where it needs to be. Okay. And before we do anything else to mess this up, guys, because this is our like fourth or fifth attempt to get this right. Cypher here is going to explain how he did what he did with this area right here, and the reasons behind it.
um. Okay. Which area? Which portion of it?
All of it. Oh, yeah. Let them know what you've been doing and what has changed from the original design, because the last time they saw it was our first attempt with the wood and concrete block, and that was not exactly kosher. That did
Yeah.
not work out very well.
Well, one thing that we did is we went with a lighter block. Other thing is instead of having the bottom wheels on just solid to the bottom, we added suspension as well as we have two motors on it now, and we have learned that I cannot drive it because of the fact that I'm not hosting, so it spazzes out on me, and it's kind of funny, but it's not at the same time. So we have it now to where it's working, and you can go ahead and drive it if you want. Just
Uh,
to make or do you want me to go ahead and get those nice idea?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't really want to drive it and risk
Yeah.
breaking it at the moment. We definitely will be doing something with it down the road, but for now, we actually just want to show proof of concept that it works and that we built it. And then we'll worry about messing with the speed and coming up with different tracks down the road. What if this wall right down the center was solid? You think that would help the wheels track a little bit better?
Yeah.
I mean, it may not look as good, but I mean, I'm willing to sacrifice the aesthetics if it means that this thing will not come off the tracks as easily.
Yeah.
There we go. That actually doesn't look too bad. I mean, I could always go with a different brick that might add a more pleasant look to it, like that one,
Yeah.
or just change it up a little bit so it alternates from different designs, like that, so it goes back and forth. It's
That
not too
doesn't
bad.
look bad. Either way is fine, I think.
But yeah, right now you've run into an issue with the fact that the engines only go for 5 wheels, right?
Yes. So we have to add another engine somewhere to and I think I may have a place to put it, but we'll have to add another set of wheels, which then means we'll have to actually, instead of just putting one engine on we'll have to have two more engines so that we can cater to the new sets of wheels.
What if instead of
So,
adding, where you were going to do the two arms, instead of adding all the wheels that you normally do, like the wheels on the top and the wheels on the side, you just add the extra wheels down on the bottom?
um,
That would give you an extra four wheels plus the fifth wheel that you needed, and that would just be one extra engine instead of two. Right?
well, yeah. Oh, by the way, we're gonna have to take the wall down. I can't put the bearings on for the back wheels.
There you go. Give you a little window right in the wall. If only it
Yeah,
was that easy during construction, guys.
I did not just do that. Is that
Yes, you did. Yes, you did, guys. Wow. Okay. And I think it's been beautiful, guys. It actually has been, working a little bit better. One of the things we noticed though was we lowered the platform over here because it was just easier to work on. When it was that high up there, we kind of had to keep running around using our little bench to get up. So creating it lower was easier to build. The downside to that is it was too low for us to get the bottom wheels on. So what we needed to do was drive it up a little bit, but without the bottom wheels, it was very, very vulnerable to tipping over, especially with the sharp incline that we had here originally. So I went ahead and extended out the bridge so that it went up very, very slowly. It had the entire full length of the thing level before it went up to the next one, and before it went up to the next one after that, and that seemed to work very, very well. The downside to it is well, it took a little bit longer, and I had to destroy most of the bridge that we had already created. As you guys can see, now it no longer lines up with this, but that's not a problem either because now that it's at the level that we want it and we have the wheels on the bot, we can go ahead and connect this bridge at the length, at the height that it is, all the way back here to the original one. We can even leave the semi-bridge underneath it just in case anything ever happens. We already have that there.
yep?
But it is going to line up beautifully with the height of our stairs. Now, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, you'll see that this over here is something new. I'll have to get rid of that right there for now. I actually have been coming over here and adding more bricks to the floor so that it looks a little bit better because right now with the grass the way it is, it kind of goes in through the flooring. I don't know if they're going to fix that with later patches. I bet they probably will. Because if you put down a floor, you would think it would hide whatever's underneath it, but it kind of peeks through. So what I ended up doing was creating a second layer of bricks right here, and I had to raise everything up. So I did have a motion sensor doorknob right here, which actually opened up the gate. I also have this right here, which brings out the bench. What is this? That's not supposed to be on there. That's not supposed to be there. Let's fix that. Let it close. It will close right there. Okay, so let's hit it again. It comes out and it creates a little bench for us. That's what it's supposed to look like. And you're supposed to be able to walk right in here. There's no welcome sign. All the signs are like, keep out, I'm going to bust your head open. There's nothing like, hey, come have a good time. They're all very hostile signs. So I chose the one that has a big welcome on it. And it's not until you get close that you see that you are not welcome. But, I want you to feel welcome. And there's little arrows telling you to come over here. And the lines will snake around like they do in amusement parks. And you're going to come up here and maybe have a little ticket stand, a little something that you can put your ticket into. Click the little button. The gate opens up or something along those lines. And people can come up here and get on their little ride and start riding it over here. And slowly but surely go really high up into the sky. Way up over that little, pillar in the distance. And eventually end in like a rocket ship if we ever build one of those. This may not look very powerful. It doesn't go very fast at the moment, but that can very easily be changed by adding some rocket engines on the back of that sucker. Like that will make it go a lot faster. I do wish though that I don't know if the guys who made this game are watching, but if you guys ever watch, I would love to have a save feature so that you can save the design that you have and just copy and paste it back in because this takes a long time to build, and if you go flying off the rails with a new design, you have to come back and rebuild this entire thing all over again from scratch, and that's kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say a pain in the butt, but,
Frustrating?
Yeah, very frustrating and time-consuming, to start another design that is almost 99% the exact same design you had originally. You know, just a few little tweaks here and there. So, yeah, it'd be very, very nice if you could copy and paste it, and
Uh
even better yet, paste or place it where
oh.
you want to. What's going on?
I don't know. It looked like it was jumping a little bit.
No, it looks fine on mine. I think you're just getting a little bit of lag on yours.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but I mean, it would be nice if you could place it as well, because as you can see, this
Um.
does have to fit snugly into there, and I don't know
Oh
if that's
boy.
even possible. What?
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to move away from it.
Why? It looks fine on mine, man.
Do you see the type of block that I'm using?
Right?
Go ahead and use it to shore up the other side
Is that the duct
and
holder?
close it. Hmm?
So-
Oh, it stopped. It stopped doing what it was doing. Let me see if I can get back up there. It started rocking all over the place. I really wish you could see what was happening on my screen because this is absolutely horrifying.
Yeah, it's been beautiful on mine. It's been just snug as a bug in a rug, guys. It's not been going anywhere at all. However, on his side, he sees a lot of things going on that aren't technically happening at the moment, and you know, I can't blame him from getting you know, very cautious, because we had an accident earlier. How would you describe it? A game freak out? I mean, you know, it was
Oh, it was, yeah, definitely spazzed out.
like
Um,
it broke it apart into like four pieces in the sky.
yeah.
Like it just popped it up off the track, put it, you know, 20 feet up into the sky in 4 or 5 different pieces. It was funny because the pieces still looked like they were connected to each other with like invisible blocks. And if you combined, you know, the 3 pieces together, you would have one bot, this one right here. But and then all of a sudden, what happened? Like it just started rolling across the terrain, and just like, oh, I'm gonna keep going, just like forever off into the distance. I don't know if it's probably still going, is all I can say, because it just it rolled off over there, and it was one of the funniest things we had ever seen in our entire life. I could not stop laughing, but a lot of hard work down the drain when that actually happened. So kind of frustrating again, but in a good way. I mean, I guess, you know, at the very least, it gave us a show. You know?
Yeah.
Which is better than it just being, it's gonna stop working. Now, there have been a few bugs. I have sent in a couple of the bug reports, but overall, it seems only to happen when the two of us are in close proximity and the two of us are working with materials next to one another. So if he's building on top of that and I'm underneath building the wall and a whole bunch of other stuff, that's when it seems to kind of freak out. But it's only it only freaks out enough so that it kicks us both out of the game. We restart it, we reload back into it, and everything's back to the way it was, except for that one time, the very first time it freaked out, and that's when the vehicle just yeah, it was broken into like 3 different pieces all over the map and started rolling around and doing some very, very funky things. But overall, a very, very cool game, and I like the fact that you can do whatever you want. Like we're building a freaking amusement park, guys. Like that is one of the coolest things ever. I never thought I could do that in a video game. Actually sit here, design my own theme park, and have to worry about the actual physics and design of how it's put together. Because we're having to do it from, you know, the ground up, like literally from the ground up. All the pieces that go with it, all the structures that it sits upon, and then when we finally get it, we'll be able to get into it and just start riding. And that's going to be just, you know, very, very cool to know that not only are we able to enjoy the ride, but we designed the ride. And if we want to go back and change something, maybe it's too fast, maybe it's not fast enough. Maybe we want more swirls and flips and corners and, you know, thrills on the ride. Or maybe we wanted to go through water. I don't know if there's water in the game. I don't think there is just yet. But we could definitely add something that is very unique. There's plenty of trees out there that we could go loop-de-looped around, and you know, sky's the limit, really, guys. So I think it's fantastic. How do you think this is turning out so far for you?
Much better. It's definitely calmed down a little bit, I think.
I see you putting
And
on a couple more engines.
yep. And hopefully they will cooperate.
Now
I think I have it. I think.
you said this was probably going to be the caboose, right? So this is going to be the vehicle that has all the strength that pushes the other ones in front, right?
Yep.
So yeah, definitely want to put some rocket boosters on this sucker and just have it go to town.
Yeah, I don't know about that now.
Not to start with, but down the road, once we perfect it, once we know all the secrets and how it's supposed to work, and hopefully without any more errors in the game, which, I'm not counting anything against the game company because, again, it is still in early access. They are still making changes to it, still doing upgrades to it, and the game's only been out for a few months. So, the fact that it is where it is already is a testament to how much work these guys have been putting into it, and it's beautiful. Like it really is pretty cool graphics, and
Yeah.
just the pure joy of creating something that is maybe very very simple to some of you guys. Like this design right here is anything but simple to me, but over here that I've been working on while he's doing that over there, because it really takes one person to think about what they want in their head and then kind of put it down the way they want it. And if there's two people over there doing it, kind of gets in the way. So I came over here and ended up kind of just building this. I built the rail, or the little arm rail system right here, and I think I'm going to change the wall to this brick, although that might be too much of the same color, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it allows you to work in tandem with one another. So if there's some of you guys out there who have this game or thinking about getting the game and you want to come out here and join us, you're more than welcome to. I think I have to be on, though, for you to be on the same server as I am, the same game as I am. But that's not a problem. Like we'll just work out a date and get all of you guys out here, and we'll have 5, 6, 7 of you guys out here, even if it's just to ride the roller coaster. Like I would love to get some of you on the server here and just go about and test out the inventions that we have. I would love to see 5, 6, 7 people or more, maybe 20 or 30 people standing in line waiting for their turn to get on this roller coaster and having it pull up after it's done all its loop-de-loops over here, and the person get off on the other side over there and go into the fun house, because that's what I'm thinking I'm going to make the other one. There's stairs that move around, there's doors that close and open on their own, and I think I'm going to make that into a fun house. And over here, the next guy will get on and he'll start his adventure, and then when he gets done, go over there to that fun house. And that would just be really cool to actually see it come to fruition and just really take shape and be everything that we want it to be. So
Yeah.
now, what about you? What are you thinking about maybe making here in the future, as far as designs? Because you said you're more of a car builder. Like you like doing the vehicles.
Right. I'd like to make a helicopter.
Ooh,
I think.
Can you make a helicopter in this one?
I think so. I think I have an idea for one. It may not work, but I'm definitely gonna try it.
Like you could do the spinny thing on it, but what would you use as the blade? Like, is there any sharp materials in here that are very blade-like shape? I don't see any.
Well, I mean, if you let me see here, take this material, I guess.
Yeah, I don't see anything that's very very shaped.
All right, so you have this. And you go upside.
Yeah, you're right. That might work. That might actually work.
That's the front.
That's more of
And
a
then-
a propeller, or not a propeller, more of a airplane wing like that. But who knows? It might be able to actually function. But man, you're gonna have to really bring down the weight. Like the weight's gonna be a huge factor,
Yeah.
and that's even if
And
it's
then on this side, you would have. I can't even see which direction that's facing.
okay. Yeah, yeah, you could do that.
And then if if you go.
Like I said, the only thing I think would be the issue is the weight. Although, to be honest, the other thing that might keep you from doing that would be the physics. Like, I don't know if they've written in the physics
Oh,
to allow
I
for.
wouldn't do it like this. I'm just saying that there is the ability to make wing shapes. What I would actually do is use the thrusters and use and actually make the blades twist with the thrusters so that they can form kind of an angle up, and so they're all pushing upward, and then you have jets that are pushing forward.
Right.
But I have ideas for it. If they will actually work, I don't know.
Right.
But yeah,
Willing,
I have ideas.
willing to give it a shot. So, is it just going to be helicopters, or are you thinking more of like planes and jets down the road as well?
Oh yeah, all kinds of things. I'd like to get to a point where I make um, more of the old style classic cars as well.
Oh yeah,
And yeah,
you were just talking about that a little while ago. Maybe doing some. You want to give them a hint at what might be coming here in the few episodes?
we may be racing.
Like
Just
a Mario Kart race or something, right?
yeah, give us a certain amount of time, and then after so much time, we'll reveal our vehicles, and then see who wins the race.
We'll have to design a track.
Yeah.
There's cones in the game right here, guys, that you can put down. Let me show you right here. You can throw these cones down, so we'll be able to create a track very easily with those, and people will just have to stay within inside the borders of that, which again could be one of the next stages over here on the end, because this is a very flat piece of land, but just over the hill over there, it is very, very hilly, and that's why I chose not to put anything over there, because it's just it's not going to make for a great place for a building, but it would make for an awesome place for a track for Mario Karts or something like that, or kart race, because the bigger the hills, the more difficult it is to do what you need to do, and I think that's where the challenge comes in, is actually having that ability to get over whatever the obstacle is, and so I want to make it as challenging as possible. We may have a very small, very easy track for, I won't say like the kiddies, but for those of you who are not very good with racing, you can try out something that's not very difficult for you. But I think the one we're going to make is going to be mid-range to expert, maybe more to the mid-range than the expert one. Did you just take off that entire thing?
Yeah, it's not on the right block.
You built the entire arm and it wasn't even on the right block?
Yeah, it's hard to tell from here.
Let me help you get rid of all that. There we go. Now, does it tell you how much this is supposed to weigh when it's done?
No, but I'm using one of the lightest blocks, so it's not going to weigh very much at all.
And are you going to have any connections left on the batteries, or are all of them going to be completely taken?
Though I don't think I'll use all of them. I think it's going to actually end up being perfect because it's 5 per engine. There's 6 times 3. That's 9. So we're gonna have we're gonna have more than enough. Is that right?
If
3, 6 times. Oh, 6 times 3. Yeah.
Because if you have extras, that means you can always put those boosters on the back, because they take a connection as well. So
Yeah.
for those of you who want that extra speed, who wants that extra danger of losing your entire build, you can always go with that extra, little boost of power in the back. Because as you guys can see right here with my car, it is very, very loud, but it gets me around. I go ahead and back up. It doesn't back up very well because it's very, very heavy. But when I put it into drive, it goes incredibly fast. But I'm not going to put it into drive yet until I back up enough, because I don't want to wreck his creation over there. So we're gonna put up with the fact that it goes very, very slow here. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, guy. There we go. Okay, can we get it? There. Woo, baby. Check it out, guys. Very wonky, very, actually, it's a little bit better now that you put that suspension in there.
Yeah.
It's not nearly as bad with popping all over the place. I still hit like every freaking tree I find, though. That's just me, guys. I love hitting trees. Come on. I need to put some boosters in the front just so this thing actually backs up at a decent pace. It's so ridiculous. Come on. You can do it. You can do it, man. This just teaches you.
Might be a little trash talking saying that I'm gonna beat you in that race, by the way.
You what?
Doing a little trash talking, but I believe I'm gonna beat you in that.
I think you probably will. Now, if it was a Mario Kart race, I definitely would be winning, but I don't know.
Yeah.
The controls in this one are a little weird. I haven't gotten used to them just yet because I haven't driven around all that much, to be honest. But yeah, I love the suspension. That is fantastic. We should have a race with suspension and one without, because I think that would make a huge difference.
The one without it would be would be very lag, and we would see our characters go into the ground, I think. It'd definitely be fun.
Can they die in this one? I don't think they could die.
Oh, they can't die, but they can definitely be put in the... I mean, what I mean is their car gets stuck, and they are half in the ground.
Oh, I've never had it half in the ground. I've had them flip over several times. That's why I eventually made that guy wider, and it just looks very, very weird because it is wide, but it definitely stopped it from tipping over as much as it has. Now, it has a lot of these wheels that are actually underneath that don't really need to be connected anymore. I could disconnect those, actually. There we go. Double click. Yeah, we'll disconnect that. I don't know if that's going to help the speed out any. I think it might because it has less of those things going to it. Let's actually check that out while he works on that a little bit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that feels like it's going a lot better. How about in reverse? Not so much. Come on, you can do it. You can do it for us. Nope, that's not working very well in reverse. So, boosters for the win. Oh, you know what? One of those boosters is not connected. So let's connect that to... where does it connect to? Through the chair. Okay, let's get in there. Oh, yeah. That is what I'm talking about right there, guys. Oh, no. Is he going to hit the... Oh, okay. Did not hit the tree. I'm getting better. Slowly but surely, I'm getting better. Come on, you can do it. No, don't hit the rocks. Did something just pop off of my vehicle?
Oh, no.
What is that over there? Oh, this is part of your vehicle. I don't have any pieces. Yeah, I don't have any pieces like that on mine. Mine's all made out of wood. It's very country. You could see like something like this being done out in the boondocks where I live, you know, and just bunch of self-taught people just be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna create myself a monster truck made out of planks and some old tires I got from the junkyard. And almost all the wheels are connected right there. Now I'm gonna zoom in a little bit and show you guys just you know, which way these tires are going. Actually, some of these tires are going in reverse. Did you notice it?
Yeah, I'm just now connecting them all up.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this is not the set pat you want, except for some of these ones on the top. The ones on the top have been that way for a while, and that's exactly how you should have it right there. What was the hardest part of setting this up? Do you remember? As far as like the different directions that they're going to be going. Do you have anything tricky in this, or is it all pretty much you know, straightforward?
Oh. Just getting all the engines to connect up. The hard part is just them working the way that I want them to.
Now, does it?
So I have them all hooked up now. Finally.
Does it matter which engines are connected to what side? Do you did you connect all the left-hand side to one engine and all the right-hand side to the other engine? Does it really matter if they mix back and forth?
No, it doesn't matter as long as all the speeds are the same
on the engines.
Right.
Okay, so you got to specify the power that's on each and every one of these to be exactly the same as all the other ones. Otherwise, you're going to have some of the wheels moving faster or slower than the other ones. And depending on how you have them allocated, that could mean that it tilts off to the left or tilts off to the right and completely falls over the structure here and just yeah, doesn't work out too well for you. Now, what if we built instead of a structure like this that rides upon the almost like a what do they call those maglev kind of trains that rides upon the little tiny rail here? What if we built a structure that was walled in that was just big enough for a small little tiny vehicle like a go-kart to ride inside of it and do like a Sonic the Hedgehog thing where if you had enough speed you could do the loop-de-loop and the walls would keep you inside. Do you think that would work?
I don't know. We can always try it.
That might be something we do for like the racetrack over there on the other side. We'll have the racetrack on the ground, and then maybe we'll have the racetrack up in the sky and see how well that works. I think the tighter the wall is, the better it would be because it would keep you nice and tight within the confines. Because if you start moving back and forth even a little bit, and your controls isn't as great as it should be, it's going to slow you down quite a bit. You're gonna get that friction. You might turn your wheels just slightly and ram into the wall and stop you, and you kind of have to back up and shimmy a little bit because it is such a tight space. So I think the tightness would be key, but maybe having a wide open area, kind of like one of those racing games where 5, 6 people can be racing over the platform at the same time, would be.
All right, drive it forward.
You want me to drive forward?
Mm-hmm.
How far?
Just a little bit. Don't go off the thing, of course.
There we go. It's working.
All right, now drive backwards.
All the way?
Well, no, because if you drive all the way, then you'll actually hit ground.
Right.
But go off of the first ledge there.
You think it's going to go down? You may
Yep.
have to put one of those.
I put suspension on it, so
What
it should.
What if you put one of those pieces, those flat wedge pieces that you put on the wing just a minute ago? On those corner pieces underneath? You think that would help it go down a little bit smoother?
Well, let's see how it does now. But yeah, that's a good idea to put them on top and bottom.
Oh, check that out, guys. Oh, that is beautiful.
Yep,
That
the
is-
suspension is doing it perfect.
That is absolutely beautiful. You got that working just right, man. Oh, I love the way that looks. Oh, no. What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on? Go ahead and go forward.
Go forward?
Yeah, go forward and put it back on.
What is going on? Why isn't...
Is it?
Okay, there
Is
it
it?
is. Yeah, it's going. It's going.
All right, I'll put wedges.
Okay, we'll go back up a little bit. Give it a second for the last one to get on there. Oh, that's perfect. Man, that looks beautiful when you did it that way. Compared to what we had before.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll hold it right there. And you said you're going to put wedges in there?
Yep.
Okay, so there's a wedge on that side. You can do one for the other side? Or just the one side? Oh, okay, you're going to put one on top too? Okay.
Yep.
That will definitely, I think that will definitely help out. Be a little bit smoother. Maybe too much, maybe too smooth. I mean, that might make it come off the rails a little faster, a little easier. But we can give it a shot and just be very, very slow about it.
All right.
Okay, guys, let's try this again and see how well this works. Again, I think the suspension though is just that was a good call, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so much easier. Like it doesn't have very much impact whatsoever. Come on, you guys can do it. Yeah, there we go. Yes. Oh yeah, it works.
All right, go ahead and stop. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and crank the engines up just one more piece.
Okay. You want me to get out?
Nope. Let me get to where I'll have a block.
And it is, you know what we could do is make those arms that you have going down where the wheels are go up as well and create like an actual cab that surrounds you on the inside. That way, because they do have like AC vents and stuff like that, so you could add like AC in here and make sure your guy is nice and or nice and cool on those warm, hot summer days, kind of thing.
All right, go forward. Just be careful. I did bump it up a little bit.
Okay, I'll go slow. Woo, baby! Oh yeah, that is perfect right there. That is beautiful.
Yep. Works nice and hey now, don't get too excited and go off the thing.
No, no, no. What is the power at right now? What do you have that set up
I
to?
have it at
4 out of 100.
4 out of well, 40% out of 100.
Okay, so what was it when it was going real slow?
It was one or 10%.
Okay, so 40% out of 100. That could go another 60% faster than it was going right there. So that is going to be a pretty good speed to begin with right there, guys, once we have the whole roller coaster going. But as I
Yep.
said, you can always make it go a little faster with that extra little boost if you really wanted to. I think it's going to be a while before we feel brave enough and we have it in ourselves to build another one of these. Because we're going to have to build another, like 4 or 5. That way they could be like 4 or 5 people going at the same time.
Yeah, and I already have in my head another design.
Completely different from this one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then, guys, there's going to be a Mach 2, a version of this that's slightly improved, or at the very least, just different in enough ways to make it maybe worthwhile for you to try out. I think this one is just perfect. I really don't think we need to improve
Well,
upon this one, but I'm interested to see how you do it.
the second one would actually incorporate more space for the people to sit in, and it would be spanned out a whole lot more than it is. So
So you mean
instead
wider?
of having it grabbing to a center, it'd be grabbing. You flip those around the way they are, and they would be pushing against two posts. It's something I have that I'll have to play with, but I'll definitely see about getting that working.
Yeah, definitely. Kind of like what we were trying to do at the very beginning, where we had the 2 lanes. That
Yeah,
that way you have that extra space in the center for more people. We could even
and if
make it a solid brick wall if we needed to, though.
and if I do the other way that I'm going to do it, it'll have suspension on all three sides of the instead of having it two sides, it'll have it on all three sides.
And you think that would give it more traction in those hard to turn corners, right?
Yep.
See, so that's kind of cool. Is there any way though to make it where the bot slows down when you go around a corner, like in an actual roller coaster? It controls the speed. Like you wouldn't want to be going the full speed when you go around a really sharp turn. Maybe have it when it goes across a one of those sensor modules. It somehow slows the engine down or slows the bot down a little bit.
No, it won't allow it to do that. But um, these, it doesn't matter how fast you go with these engines. They have so much torque that they'll hold to the ground. It's like have you ever seen funny cars? How the back bites into the pavement, and the front is lifted up.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's what this has. It has that bite, so it will always hold tight. And being that there's six connections on each side, it's going to be pretty good. So
Yeah,
I'll see this coming off of the track now that it's the way that it is.
I'm pretty happy with it. I think this has turned out really well. There's one last look right there, guys, of what it looks like, why it's in orange, so you can see which way the wheels are going on all sides. If you need to, you can go ahead and pause it right there on the camera so that you can recreate this little design right here. I think now that we finally got it working, this is the one to go with. And again, the wall is pretty straightforward. It's 3 wide with one going straight down the center. That way the wheels don't have to worry about hitting anything. And then, of course, right here on the back, that's the end piece. But ideally, you would want it to be a solid circular track that meets up and repeats over and over and over again, so that you don't have to go in reverse. Because I don't know, is reverse it's slower, right?
It should be slower.
And
Yeah.
probably not as secure as going in straight. So yeah, you'd want it to go around in a circle and come back to where it meets, almost like every other roller coaster you've ever driven on. Comes back right to the line and gets ready for the new customers to get on and have a good time. But guys, I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. Again, I want to thank you all for watching. If you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely helps grow the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. And so does Cypher Deck. All of you guys have left some really, really nice comments on our other videos, and we want to make sure to give you a shout out and tell you we appreciate it. Your kindness and your continued watching of our videos definitely means the world to us. That's why we do these, to share our experiences with it and to share a little bit of our knowledge and frustration, confusion, and all the other emotions that games can instill in us and bring out. That's the strangest looking thing. I don't know what you're building right there. I'm kind of scared to ask. It's gonna be some kind of like death ray, guys. He's building a hammer that's gonna be like the I Spy. It's gonna fall on top of my head when I walk up here to grab a banana or something. I don't know. But guys, I want to thank you all for watching. Cypher Deck, you want to let them know where they can find you, what kind of videos you're going to be producing here in the future?
Yeah. You can find me at Cypher Deck on YouTube, and I do MMOs, first-person shooters, and adventure games, and pretty much anything that's indie or new to the landscape of gaming or game changing. It's definitely something that I like to find. So
yeah, Aberoth is a good series of his, guys. Definitely go check that out, as well as his Minecraft series. Some pretty good stuff there. He does a lot of this intricate stuff on Minecraft for sure. But again, guys, we want to thank you all for watching, and we will definitely catch you all next time.
bye.